Hello.
For those that don't know how StreamYard works, Gary and John can see what's on the screen, and that's it. I can see what them two are doing behind the camera on the bottom. So I've just watched Gary looking at his paperwork and everything, and then John pretending he's John Travolta, dancing like he's on Saturday Night Fever.
Oh,
Either that or Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction it was great.
There you go.
I got down and boogied with it.
Yeah.
Good.
How are you two guys doing?
Good. Getting better by the day.
Good.
I feel the mojo returning.
Good.
Despite my lack of a lifeboat now.
I've moved the microphone to there because I noticed when I was watching one of the streams back yesterday, I was very muffled when I was talking to the camera.
It's just going smashy and nicey on us.
Just look up your moustache, move it out of the way.
Yeah, got some of that, it wouldn't be so muffled, would it? Look like Jimmy Edwards there.
I have no idea who that old man is.
He was a Dakota pilot at Arnhem.
Mm.
And he was also a comedian. There you go.
Yeah.
But there you go. Rubbish to talk in the morning.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Good morning, YouTube world.
Yes. Welcome to Thursday, which is the... How do you pronounce it, John?
Hannah Mag.
It's the Krankenpanzer.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Sd.Kfz 251. I can't remember how to say that in German.
Yeah.
But
it's a half track.
//8, which is the ambulance
Exclamation
version.
mark, question mark.
Krankenpanzerwagen.
Yes.
So the sick or the ambulance tank vehicle.
Or, as we called it in the British forces, the Biff Wagon.
The Biff Wagon.
The Biff Wagon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you were sick, you were on the Biff.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
If you had a sick note, you had a Biff chit.
Or the story that my dad tells me about when he was in the RAF in the 50s and early 60s. The bus that used to take all the WAFs to Rawton Hospital was called the Blunderbuss.
That's a good name for it. It's like the food van going around the Navy base at Nowra used to be called the Roach Coach.
Oh, we used to call them the Bratty Wagon.
Bratty Wagon, yeah. Anyway, we digress.
We do. We are here to build a bloody model.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Right.
Yes,
So we are doing that one for those who don't know.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
That one.
Yes.
And I believe we are currently, if you're building along with us, we are up to stage 25.
Yeah. Gary, guess what John did on Tuesday? He didn't realise until an hour and 50 minutes into the stream as well.
Yeah.
What have you done now?
I glued something backwards.
Not good.
I found out I had glued something backwards on the ball tank on the Krankenpanzer. It's now the right way around. And then last night I was sitting down doing the live stream with Models for Heroes, and I didn't tell anyone, but I glued something backwards. And then sort of went and moved it, flipped it around without actually alerting anyone, because the guys just wouldn't let me off. So I thought, if I don't tell anyone, why? Oh, okay.
It's not just us three here.
Go on. What have you done?
No, it's
just told the world.
We love you. It's okay. You're in a safe place.
Safe place.
No one will hurt you here.
No. Yeah. So like that. So sorry, what step did you say we were?
25.
I believe we all got to 25, didn't we?
Ooh.
25. Oh yes.
I thought Models was going to be here, so I messaged her, didn't I? Damn. Okay. Right. So in a minute, I'm going to put a link up to. We've been asked to share the link to, or give a shout out to a scale modeling channel, which is run by another Models for Heroes beneficiary. It's called H. Paul Models. I'm going to put a link up in just a second. We were asked by Mr. Charles himself, but any profits he makes from the channel, he's pledged to donate them all to Models for Heroes, which is wonderful of him. So do make sure when I put the link up to go and like and subscribe to his channel. Obviously,
Which I have already done this morning.
Yes. It's called H. Paul Models. He's on YouTube and Instagram. He's a beneficiary that is unable to attend any face-to-face sessions due to his location. So he has decided to dedicate his modeling time to making YouTube videos to help raise money for Models for Heroes.
Fantastic idea.
So make sure, obviously, don't just go and like, subscribe. Make sure you, after the stream, you go and watch a bit of some of his videos and stuff. They are really good. He comes across as someone who genuinely loves what he's doing, and he seems a really happy guy.
Well, that'd be a change from our usual rubbish.
Oh, seriously, right? Before we came on live, I was watching his latest video where he's doing a Star Wars vehicle, and he just keeps laughing, but it's not laughing as in he's just an idiot that keeps laughing. You can tell it's because he's genuinely loving what he's doing, and he finds the different things funny.
That's
and
cool.
He genuinely loves it. So yeah. Like I said, don't just make sure you do go and watch it, because otherwise, if you just like and subscribe, then YouTube will take that subscription back off him, because they see it as, they think it's just a bot.
Oh, okay.
So
I should be watching some of his work this afternoon.
Yes.
Whilst I'm hoping to stay at my bench today.
Yes.
I need some incentive from the troops. My mojo has struggled so far this year.
I need to take my medication. I tried to put it in chat, but it wouldn't let me. It thought it was a spam. But I need to take that. So I'll quickly go through the chat, and then I'll take my meds. Dieter says, first for today, greetings all. Greetings, Dieter.
Greetings, Dieter.
Number one.
He says, morning all, nurse just rang. We'll see me sometime this morning. Weird as letter says, phone appointment at 9:30, which was missed as well. David Turn says, morning, Hagrid and Julian.
Morning, David.
Oh, well. Julian says, morning, David. Jim, good morning to all the usual suspects in chat. Good morning.
Jim.
David, morning, Jim. Jim, good morning, evening to our gracious host. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Julian, I like that. Julian, morning, Jim, of the striped skunk. How temperate be it this day? No, I have no idea where that came from. It's only me that thinks having seats on the outside of an ambulance, especially in a war zone, is a bad idea. Saying that, you look at the MASH helicopters in the Korean War.
Yeah.
They just strapped the patients to the outside of the helicopter.
They did put a little Perspex bubble over them.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes
really safety.
Yeah, that was because of pilots used to chew tobacco back then.
Spit it on them.
Phil says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Phil.
Morning, Phil.
Jim, good morning, Julian. A very pleasant +2 degrees C right now. Julian, hi, Phil. That's me. David says, well, when you do, Mike, let us all know the secret. Routine. Julian says it's 8 degrees C here, or 47 Fahrenheit. Laugh out loud, David. Ian, hey, everybody. Hey, Ian. Kieran says, morning, everyone.
Morning, Kieran.
You should plait your beard for the stream, Mikey. No. Marty says,
wondering,
morning.
is it an actual beard or is it chest hair coming up through your shirt? Oh, okay. That surprised me.
Chest hairs under my t-shirt.
Right.
Martin says, morning all from sunny People's Republic of Bletchley.
Morning, Martin.
Julian, so John's dancing was behind the scenes and thankful we are for small mercies. It was very entertaining. Jim says, hello, David turns. Oh, hello, David turns. Ian, Phil, Kieran, and Hagrid. I thought it was a description.
Yeah. Hello. David turns 50 today.
Julian says, hi, Ian, Kieran, and Martin. I also would like to say good morning to Modded, who has joined us in the background.
Hello, Modders.
Jim says, good day, Duke Martin. Julian, evening, Duke. David, hi, Jim, and everyone just joined.
I like the way John's checking his watch.
No, I just put on silent, actually. Yeah.
Dale says, morning, everyone. Good morning, Dale.
Morning, Dale.
Julian says, morning, Mikey, Gary, and even John. Oh, at last, Julian, you acknowledge that we're here, have you? Good morning to you, too.
It's fine day.
Julian says, psst, Mikey, don't forget the what has John stuffed up today segments at the end. Yes. The membership have decided that should be a new segment at the end of each live stream. A recap of what John's messed up.
Yeah. A bit like when the two Ronnies used to have Ronnie Corbett's bit in the chair.
Yeah.
John's,
I don't remember that bit. I've been watching a bit of Two Ronnies lately, and some of it's so clever.
Kieran says, hi, Julian. There's H. Paul's link.
Yes.
Duke says, just subscribed. Emoji smile.
Emoji smile.
Emoji smile. Nigel says, been a follower of H. Paul for a while. It's a hoot. It is.
Yeah.
He deserves a lot more subscribers than what he's got. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Julian says, morning, Nigel. Ian, can put the link in H. Paul's models again at the end. Yes. I certainly will. Dieter says, hello, Uncle Dragon, Shelfie, Ozzy. I hope I remember Near's nicknames for you correctly. Yes, so you're Uncle Ozzy, John.
Right.
Gary's Uncle Shelfie. And I'm Uncle Dragon, according to Little Near.
Right.
Tip Anti-Modmin.
So what's Welsh for dragon again?
Good question.
Oh,
I did know that.
Just Paul told me half an hour ago. I can't remember. Drag. Drag. Whatever.
Drag or something.
That's it.
Drag. D-R-A-I-G.
Yeah.
Drag Koch. Red Dragon. Julian. So if you like, subscribe, and comments, YouTube will accept you're a human. Well, sentient anyway. Yes, exactly. You have to interact with the channel, not just subscribe to it. Otherwise, it thinks it's a bot. Duke says, my first comment mustn't have come through, so good day, all you beautiful people.
Morning, Duke.
Hello, Dukey. Matthew's in. He says, morning, folks. Good morning, Matthew.
Morning, Matthew.
Morning, Benji. Dieter says, subscribe to H. Paul's channel. Duke says, I'm in Snake Valley. Ooh.
Ooh.
Not a euphemism?
Oh, John. Moving on, Scott's model says, good day all. Dieter says 14 degrees C or 56 degrees Fahrenheit if I do the math correctly. Duke says, I'm wargaming this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Nice. TBG's in. He says, hi, everyone. Hello, TBG.
TBG.
Dieter. Oh, hi, Anti-Modmin. Julian, Gary, I'm fairly sure every air gunner in World War II would make their feelings plain about the protective qualities of perspex. Yeah.
It would.
Ian says, hi, Modmin. TBG says, hi, Modmin. Julian, Mikey, either you three exist or I need to speak to my therapist as the voices in my head are very weird.
Yeah.
And 2 of them don't have an accent. Tiff
Correct.
says, I'm so sorry I didn't get to sleep till 5. Then I was woken up at 8, and it's been all go since then. It's just going to be one of those days. It's okay, modders. We'll let you off. Julian says, Draig is a Welsh for dragon, Mikey. There we go. See, I did remember it. It's just, it's all in the back of the head rather than the front of the head. Jim says, hello, Benji.
Yeah, he's prowling the landing, looking for insurgents or whatever.
Jim says, good morning, Modmin. And hello, Scott. How are things in Tasmania? Julian, no need to apologise, Tiff. How are you besides knackered, obviously? Dieter, greetings, Sir Benji.
Yes, he's been a bit naughty at the moment. He's barking a lot, and it's not sitting well with the lady of the house.
Yeah.
Right, I am going to take my meds.
Okay.
One of you decide who is going to read the comments out whilst I'm doing it.
I'll do it.
You'll do it?
I'll do it. Yeah.
There we go.
Cool. And I'll go and get a stout.
You're going to get a stout. So I'm all on my own.
I was saying before we came live, Gary, that me and you spend far too much time together because you made homemade chili last night, the other night, and I'm making it tonight. I bought a bottle of stout yesterday.
Even Benji goes, shit, yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
That's a good drop, that.
Cliff says, stressed, Julian. Julian says, hi, Scott. And Hagrid says, sticker suggestion for Benji. Benji, DOP, dog on patrol. Yeah. TBG says, hi, Benji. Woof.
Right. Back in a mo.
Benji says hello.
Camera.
Benji's just incurred the wrath of Marion.
I'm seriously thinking of rehoming him. Doing me again.
Oh, dear. Jim says hello and good morning, TBG. And Julian says, lol, John, I nearly spat my drink out then. TBG says, hi, Jim. And Julian says, morning, TBG. Oh, there we go. I think we're up to date with all the... No dogs were harmed in the making of this show.
Yet.
Jim says, where are we on the Where are we on the Krankenpanzerwagen today? Well, we are on the engine today. We got to stage 25, which was basically building the basic engine. So we got to there, and we're just starting to add the ancillary parts, fan belts, etc. And what we're going to do is we're going to build the engine but not install it because we're going to paint it off camera, and then we'll move on to some other parts of the build. So we'll sort of do it in sub-assemblies. TBG says, morning, Crypt Keeper. And Hagrid says, at Jim Ulticott or under the KPW, lol. You're getting told off today. You're being naughty. Come in here looking all white and cute. TBG says, give Benji a starter kit to build. That's what he's asking for. Oh, right. What he's asking for. TBG. Julian says, TBG, I am not at the dizzy heights of Crypt Keeper. I am merely a resident. Jim says to Hagrid, I think going forward, I shall use the acronym for the subject model. Much easier.
Yes. There we go.
You medicated, sir?
Yeah, I'm medicated. Hopefully my blood pressure will drop and my head will stop hurting.
So am I. It's all good.
Drop a Cooper Stout.
Keep it stout.
Bonza.
Ooh, the other...
It's the second good thing that came out of South Australia.
What other than
First one
Kylie?
was me when I was posted back out of there.
I thought you were referring to
No, they're
Kylie.
lovely people in South Australia. Quite nice. Good people with Elizabeth sell teeth to buy tattoos.
Julian says, morning, Bravo, Echo, November, Juliet, Indigo, Hope, Benji. It doesn't know the phonetic alphabet. Oops.
Benji is...
Tish says, your camera's mirrored Mikey. Hopefully that's sorted.
He's,
It is the right way around.
It's the right way round.
Correct.
Yeah.
It is now.
Dieter says, no, he's doing a Urlum tiff. You know what a Urlum is, don't you?
Sorry, is that to me?
Both of you.
Oh, yes.
What?
You know what a Urlum is, don't you? It's a backwards. It's a Marley backwards.
No, it's not.
Oh, right, yes.
A Yellram is Marley backwards.
Yerlam. Yerlam, because it's the R comes before the L, doesn't it?
No.
Yeah, if the word's backwards. Oh no, it doesn't. Yellram. Yeah, you're right.
I should know. I have to flip it every time I write it.
Yeah, you have to hold a mirror up to it every time you write it to make sure you got it the right way. Jim says, where is the stout brewed, John? Our version of Newcastle Ale is made in, I think, New Jersey.
Oh, no, all Coopers is, Australian made named. So it's actually just north of Adelaide. I don't know if it is.
This is where you look at the back of the bottle and it says brewed in Burton-on-Trent, England.
Brewed and bottled by Cooper's Brewery, South Road, Regency Park, South Australia.
There you go.
It's actually, all their beers are pretty good. Although, my Paul's son calls it my chewy shit because he didn't like it when he first tasted it, but he's got used to it by then.
Yeah.
So now he'd choose it because it's nice.
Julian says, laugh out loud, Hagrid. Julian says, I thought he was doing a nodge.
A nodge Yellram.
Ian says, be right back, off to the vets. Okay, bud, hope they don't new to you. Dieter says, oops, nodge is right. It is to be Yellram. There we go.
Yeah.
There's little engine. Lovely little engine. Engine.
Okay, step 28, Gary, before you get it wrong, where it's pointing to mount the center of the belt.
Yeah.
It doesn't go there. The two outside ones on the next photo are in line with the fans.
So, yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, because that is a bit...
I see Benji getting belted.
Yeah, looks like the arrow's slightly in the wrong place.
Marion's going to drop kick him out the window in a minute.
Honestly, I don't know what's the matter with him. I don't know what's the matter with him lately. Whether there's a bitch on heat round here or something, but...
That's no way to call your wife. Can't go calling her that.
Well, bitch on heat is the opposite of bitch on freeze, isn't it? Could be a different over here.
Which he's cropped with.
Oh, have you seen the new rules that Ofcom are trying to enforce on the internet now in the UK? by the way.
Sorry, who? Who?
The Office of Communications.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
they're the regulators for all things media and internet in the UK.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Is this?
They're trying to strong arm.
Are we just going into political corner?
More of a warning.
All
really.
right. Okay. Go on then.
They are trying to strong arm social media companies into restricting speech that, whilst it isn't illegal, they consider to be sexist or anyway promoting strong masculinity. So talking about men's mental health and things like that, apparently.
Surely not.
Apparently so. So
Well, we'll see what happens there, because I don't think they're going to get anywhere with that, to be honest.
well, it's to do with like Andrew Tate and stuff like that, innit? They're using that as a way of justifying it. So yeah, anything that promotes so-called toxic masculinity.
Okay.
So just be mindful. Dieter says, yell ram, a male sheep that has size issues and yells about them. Really
Ah!
An angry sheep. That sounds like a Welsh computer game.
Yeah. A nod GRM sounds like you're giving it a push. Oh, that's
Jim says, as I recall, stouts were an acquired taste for me.
Yeah, I don't like them.
The one I've got is licorice and coffee.
Ugh.
So I don't know what that's going to taste like. I like
Shit.
brown ale.
Can tell you that.
Yeah. Duke says, I've had some hard nights on Cooper's sparkling ale, John.
Oh, it's the red one. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, can knock you sideways.
Dieter says, hey, Uncle Jim, Jules, TB, and Jukes. Tiff, oh, bore off, that's bull. Men need to speak about it just as much as women. Yeah.
Yeah, because the mess men get into is because we don't speak about it.
Yes.
So by trying to stop us speaking about it, they're going to make the situation worse.
Yep. So I think because like I said, they've admitted themselves it's not against the law. What they're asking to the social media companies to restrict doesn't break the law. The stuff that the actual content they're asking them to restrict, they just don't want it.
I don't think they've got a leg to stand on then if it's not against the law.
No, they haven't really.
Simple as that.
And if social media, if the Zuckerberg and whoever owns YouTube, Google, have any sense, then they'll just bloody ignore it.
Yeah, is YouTube owned by Google? I don't even know. I think Google's
now,
owned by Alphabet, which is a stupid name.
No, it's owned by Google, because when I get the pay slips, it's got Google on the outside of it.
Right.
I can feel myself getting very, very cross about that.
About Benji barking?
No, about that restricting the fact that men can't talk about mental health issues and issues that are them.
Well, like I said, don't let it get to you. Don't worry about it too much because it's not legally enforceable. But just be mindful of it and maybe look it up to get a better idea of it. So I'm just like brief rundown mention of it, because obviously a lot of stuff we talk about is men's mental health and things like that on here. And one of the problems that they're saying is what they've said. You can understand why they said it for some areas of YouTube, like the incels and all them crazy so and so's. But the way they've worded it is so general that it could apply to anyone making any sort of content like that, any sort of mental health content or anything, and it's really dangerous.
Yeah.
Can I just realised I haven't transferred to the overhead camera. I'll do that. John, that part you just told me about,
Yeah.
with regards to
Yeah.
part B10, which goes on to the look like
Radiator fans, I'd imagine.
Now hold it like that, right? I can't understand why, and that is exactly the way I would install it as per the instructions.
Yeah.
But why is the underside of that? Let's see if it'll focus. Hang on.
Oh, you mean the fan belt?
Yeah, the fan belt, the underside, that middle section, the bit that you don't see has got rivets and all that on it.
Yeah, it's true. Because someone would complain if they weren't there.
So when I first went to it, I thought, well, surely that's got to go outwards, but obviously not. Come on, ICM.
Detail for detail's sake. Dieter says they try the same here in Benelux, and I can tell you the outrage is very tangible. We do not need woke. We need embracing of our humanity and its challenges. Indeed, yes.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Problem is civil servants, isn't it? Tiff, give me rum or cider any day. Oh, I can't have cider.
Oh, well, rum, sure. Yeah, I can have cider. I can have all sorts of stuff.
Get a keg of
I do too. You regularly do.
On my perfect draft machine, and I'm a happy boy.
It's that time of the evening for me. As I say, I just told you, I made it with about a minute to spare. Me and my darling wife drove back from Sydney just now, so it's a 1 3/4 hour drive.
Picture you speeding down the road and power sliding into your driveway because you want to get in the garage quickly.
If I was going to be late, I was going to be late.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of roadworks going on around where I am, so it's best to just take it slow and
avoid the wallabies.
Yeah, and the popo, the rozzers as you'd call them.
The rozzers.
Aussie Ian says, good evening, morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are.
Hello, Ian.
Hello.
Good day.
G'day. So I saw Ian last night. We had our club session down at Frontline Hobbies. It was excellent.
Good.
And he said, are you live tonight? And I said, yes. And then when I got on the driving home, I said, oh, yeah, I am live, but not that he'd be able to see. So he's probably waiting up all night. And he said he'd be here. But I didn't want to be here. Because I was on the Models for Heroes closed stream.
It's okay.
Yes.
He can see you here. He can enjoy your company.
I wondered if they do.
You misunderestimate my friend Ian. He tolerates me, I think. Rally P36.
Don't we all? Not that we don't love you understand.
Oh, no.
Dieter says, hello, Uncle Alice. Hope whoever you take the vets is okay. Yes. Like I said, I hope they don't neuter him. Because he's a nice guy. Of course he's a nice guy. He's bought my merchandise. Dieter says, Tiff, or a good mead on an... do you know what? I've always wanted to try mead.
No.
Yeah.
Again, to me, that's another chewy drink.
I like honey beers, though. Honey beers are nice.
There's one here bought in the Barossa Valley, which is it's very one of the world's best wine areas in my opinion. But there's one mob there that make at Easter they make a mead that tastes it's just like a cinnamon mead. But if you warm it up in a saucepan for just warm it up, not boil it. It
like a mulled wine.
Yeah. But it tastes exactly like hot cross buns. It's wonderful.
Oh, there's something else I can't stand. Marion loves hot cross buns. I can't abide the smell.
You're just a whingy git, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
I am. I used to drink, when I was in the Air Force, I used to drink lager. I was a lager drinker. And I can't drink lager anymore because it's too gassy.
Yeah.
So did you drink a lager drink and a whiskey drink and a vodka drink?
Yeah, very often. But give me a nice IPA or a pale ale
And then he joined the Sergeant's mess and it went to Pimm's.
Oh, Pimm's. I guess I'll just drink any alcoholic beverage if you put it in front of me.
Yeah, you're just a channel wino, aren't you?
Oh, you're not wrong.
Never, ever drunk Pimm's.
Yeah, and he's a channel winer. So
we used to do.
We cancel each other out.
In the mess on dining in nights, we used to do our section used to do corporate drinks. So if it was your round, you had to go to the bar, get the drinks to the table. But also, while you're at the bar, you had to do corporate drinks, and it was up to one of the others to dictate what the corporate drink was for that particular round. So, and because of that, I've had vodka martini, shaken, not stirred, creme de menthe frappe, spiced rum, which turned me green instantly.
I like spiced rum. I've got a bottle of that in the kitchen.
Was that Captain Morgan or something?
Yeah. It tastes if you put it with Coke, it tastes like dandelion and burdock.
Ooh.
Oh God! Why would you sully it with Coke?
I took my mate.
As we worked out, Captain Morgan lives in a place called Diego Garcia. Because before we could buy it in Australia, we'd go to a British/American base in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and like
that may well be a trigger topic for YouTube at the minute.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Diego?
Yeah.
Oh.
Haven't we just sold
But
it?
he shouldn't be.
It's
literally just a place name.
We've kept the base, haven't we?
Well, he's trying to sell it off into Mauritius.
He's not trying to, but it comes down.
Oh no, he is.
It comes down to Oompa J Loompa, I think, and what he wants to do with something that's not his.
Well, the bases they paid for it,
but only for 100 years.
Yeah,
a short period of time as far as.
Let's get back out of this corner. We don't like.
Can
this
we?
Corner. Even the furry one has said, "Get out of it." Duke says, "Good day, Dirger." Dieter says, "Haha, good evening." Oh, good lord.
Oh, good. What?
I could not get Nilu.
Nilu then.
Duke says, "Ha ha ha, Hagrid." Damn you. Tiff says, Dieter, Hagrid of Boom, kilted model kit hunter, never had mead or malt.
Oh.
Ooh. Dieter says, update sticker idea. Benji, DOP. Benji barking, you fussing.
Benji, you're doing your mum's head in. Shut up.
Hello, Marianne.
Ooh, do I have a parcel?
John says hello. She says hello.
Oh, yeah, I thought she'd get upset if I gave her the proper greeting of "fuck off, Captain," but.
I just think it was talking to Benji.
Dieter says, when I come to Telford, remind me to bring some mead. Yes. We'll have a mead session.
What's got to go up there?
Do they have a bar at Telford?
You want to pass me up? Want me to pass it up?
No.
I can pass it up. I'll pass it up to you. Yes, they do have a bar at Telford, John.
Crikey.
You actually walked past it several times.
It's not funny how, say, an island in the Chagos Archipelago can be a trigger word, but Telford isn't.
It is for Gary. It brings him out in cold sweat.
Oh. Everything fits really well on this.
So I got some new books arrived yesterday.
Oh yes, do tell.
I got that one.
Favorite
poems. I like poetry.
101 classics. Okay, so give us the first 5 and who by.
First 5.
Don't read them. I mean the the author and.
First one is The Tiger by William Blake.
Oh.
An Old Silent Pond by Bashu Matsu. Little Fish by D.H. Lawrence. And To a Mouse by Robert Burns. The Caterpillar by Christina Rossetti. The Fly by William Blake. So it's all good stuff. All good poems.
Stuff. Yeah.
I got The Play of the Midsummer Night's Dream because I love that one.
Yeah. Look at us trying to pretend we're cultured.
I got this.
The Iraq War
No.
Operation Iraqi Freedom,
Ooh,
one that we played a part in. By who? Who's the author?
Anthony Tucker-Jones.
Tucker-Jones. Two Dads. Tony
Ooh.
Two Dads.
Ooh.
It's all photos and stuff from the British and American forces in Iraq. Oh, and apparently a parcel's just arrived for me. Yay.
That book, Little Fish.
Yeah.
Is that part of a trilogy? Big Fish cardboard box.
Yay!
Ooh,
What's arrived?
It's mere extra thin.
pen.
The mere extra thin.
Yes, nice new crystal clear bottles. Because I've nearly run out. So yay!
I'm going back to using Contactia again.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm using it. I don't reach for this anymore. The white stuff. I use the contactor as much as I can.
See, I haven't used the white stuff for ages.
Yeah, it's
because
just,
it just melts everything to death.
I find the
So
Contactia.
here's the thing. This is a
longer.
very quick clip. This only goes for a couple of seconds, but this is my niece reaching for a book. But what this book is, that's the author there, if you can
Yes.
see. Marie Davenport.
Yep.
She's my sister.
Oh,
My sister's written a book,
Wow.
how cool!
and it's not porn. It's
Only you could come up with that comment. Well, my granddaughter has started her own business.
so what it's hard to read, but it's called The Australian Guide to Living with Endometriosis, which is
Ooh, very
like
nice.
a pregnancy sort of thing.
Yeah, it's
So
not
she
nice.
is
A lady's
her daughter.
problem.
Yeah, her daughter had problems with that, and she has a beautiful, healthy baby and all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, but mum. Ria is what we call it. Maria was her name. She changed it to Marie, and her married name is Davenport. She used to be the chairman or the CEO of the Endometriosis
Society.
of Australia. So she wrote a book, and it's been released in last week. My sister is a published author.
Wow.
Wow, that is
Like
very
and
cool.
subscribe. Oh, it would be.
You can subscribe.
Yeah, I did say that. Like no,
I like books.
poor rat again.
Yeah, you seem to be doing that a lot lately.
Like and subscribe.
Oh
19.
dear, we're going to get demonetized.
Bye-bye.
So we've been doing
Anyway,
this for a lot of months
anyway.
now, and I've said a lot of things that you always say, stop singing, we're going to be demonetized, and it hasn't happened yet. So what I'll do as a
Excuse
test for
me.
you, Mikey,
Excuse me.
turn
Excuse
it up
me.
to 11.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I did have a video get demonetized actually earlier this year.
You did?
Yes, and I had to cut part of a bit out of it.
That one. The one that I wasn't even in the country for.
Well, you're not in the country anyway.
Well, that's interesting.
I got it remonetized because I cut the bit out of it, but
I could have my food. Oh,
God damn it.
He got in before me.
there's me immediately starting to get into song.
So I've got a John Denver song in my head at the moment, and it's so good. But because Paul, the Better Looking Marley, spoke about his next holiday destination, which I won't announce here. But there's a John Denver song.
Is it
that mentions
Telford?
it. No, it's another place.
Tiff just put comments. Concentrate on comments.
Who?
The boss.
Okay.
Who's got to concentrate on comments?
Me.
Oh, right.
Us. Concentrate on the comments, not on
I
the chat.
can't see him.
I'm chatting.
I
No,
can't-
but I.
Oh, you're behind. Would you like me to read them?
It's all right. It's because you were talking.
It's because you clearly crap at this. Would you like me to read them?
Right. Let's go. Jim says, I like the Benji sticker idea. Cool.
I think Marion wants to put a sticker over Benji's mouth at the moment.
We could create a sticker that just goes, Marion!
Because isn't it? That's a song from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Julian says, well, that's not at all confusing. District nurse turned up and neither of us knew why. No appointment and nothing wrong, so she left.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, dear me. Jim says hello to Ian Mittelberg.
Yep.
Ian, it's Mittelberg, says, I waited and waited and waited.
Yeah, he used to be fabulously bearded. Now he's
John,
clean shaven.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to get through the chat. I love you. Dieter says, we call police depending on the type of silver buttons when in uniform, swans when on motorbikes, combinators when driving their signature vans, and clankers when they're in riot gear. There we go. Julian, the original woke has been hijacked. Originally, it was raise awareness of discrimination, not to practice reverse discrimination the current woke idiots are doing. There we go.
That's true.
These are the opinions of people in the chat. Scott says, yes, the Lysander is in the country. Well, Melbourne.
It's here.
Hey, John's got a Lysander.
Last night.
Tiff says, never been a fan of beer or lager, never liked the taste. Dieter, you should try our fruity beers then, Mikey. I only like Budweiser in terms of pill-style beers. I usually drink Trappists, stouts, and unfruited lambic beers.
Good choices.
Yeah, I don't like Budweiser.
Chewy ones. Like yeah, they're a bit bland.
Budweiser tastes a little bit like cat's urine, I imagine.
Yeah, but
it's very weak.
I think I'm going to start shutting the bedroom door and not letting him in there.
Dieter says, Mikey, you should try Barber beers then. All other pill-style beers just don't sit well with me anymore. I get more easily intoxicated by them than my heavier beers, ironically. I like a nice cask ale. That's nice. Martin says, as I've got older, my tastes have changed. Can't abide lagers now. Prefer a good IPA nowadays.
Yeah, totally agree.
Julian says 20 watching, 16 likes. Oi, who hasn't clicked the like? Not me saying it, Julian. It's Julian. Julian says IPA isn't that for cleaning resin 3D parts?
Can be.
Jim says regarding the poem The Tiger, is that a Tiger 1? King Tiger? Sturm Tiger? Jagd Tiger?
A good question, worth asking.
Martin says laugh out loud, Julian. Dieter, white stuff. Ooh. TVG has been a member for 1 month. Ooh, I have a milestone. Emoji laugh, emoji dragon. Hey, thank you very much. Dieter says, Jim, ooh, a storm tiger. Storm tiger. Jim says, welcome, private TBG. Junior says, FFS TBG. Apparently, baby YouTube chucks its toys out the pram when it sees licked eye roll. Tiff says, if you like that parcel, Mikey, wait till you see your birthday present for me and Sonic. Why is it a crate load of Tamir extra thin? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, no, it's one of those balls that you go in your mouth to shut you up in your gimp suit.
So, John, please. What did we say about Family Channel?
She told me about it. She sent me photos.
God damn it, man. Jim says, I'd be getting around that time to mute Mr. Marley. Dieter has become a member.
A model? Oh, what are you modelling?
Do you know what? He actually has, because he has actually been having his portrait done and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Which is, the photos look brilliant. Yeah, thank you very much,
Dieter.
Welcome to the family, buddy. Dieter says, attention. Jim, welcome, Corporal Hagrid. Hobby Time says, hi, guys. Hi, Hobby Time.
Hoi, hoi.
Hello, Hobby Time.
Hobby Time says, hi, Jim. Jim says, hello, Hobby Time. Dieter says, hello, Uncle Hobbs. Julian says, oh, and the telephone appointment I do have hasn't happened. You couldn't make it up.
I've got a physiotherapy telephone appointment on Wednesday of next week. That's going to be interesting.
Hobby Time says, hi, Dieter. Duke says, Mikey, it's like making love in a canoe. Bruce University of Woolloomooloo. Okay.
Bruce, University of Woolloomooloo. Yeah, so that's a suburb in Sydney, Woolloomooloo.
Ah, okay. Do they procreate in canoes there?
Well, it's Bruce. G'day, Bruce. How are you, Bruce?
Hobby Time says, hi, James. Tasha's in. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Tasha.
Hello, Tasha.
TVG says, you're lucky, Julian. Mum has only seen the district nurse once. She's supposed to see them every day. Oh, that's not good. TVG says, hi, Hobby Time. Julian, well, it is a family channel, Mikey. That one was clearly referring to Uncle Perv. And TVG says, sounds like Dad's army here. I don't know what you mean. Duke says, Mikey, it's a Monty Python quote. Got you. TVG says, hi, Tasha. Jim says, don't panic, don't panic. And Tasha says, hi, TBG. There we go. Right. Now then.
Now.
You can take that banner down. Thank you. So, there you go. Now you can talk. You
don't want me to talk. I can tell.
I do. I love your little essays. Your little verbal essays. Just
little
not when I'm doing the comments. Yeah.
Little verbal diarrheas.
Right.
Little squirty
monologues. Your little monologue. No.
Well, I'm going to anyway. Dear ICM, you need to rethink stage 25 part B14 with regards to stage 27.
Yes, I agree.
Because it gets in the way.
It does.
I've just had to take B14 off to put E20 part E30 in.
Yes.
And then put B14 back on again.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Actually,
I had the same problem.
Looking at mine's crooked. You're right. I should address that.
You should. June says, TBG, maybe they have Groundhog Day and think they see her. Ooh.
Yeah, but is yours on the right way up, John?
Well, it's the right way up. It's just not aligned with the pulley.
Yeah. Jim says they don't like it up and they don't like it up. Absolutely.
They do not like it up, sir.
TBG says YouTube doesn't like it up, perhaps. Mm-hmm.
So what's
Julian,
that quote from?
Dad's Army.
Okay. That's why I don't know it.
Corporal Jones is always talking about taking on the fuzzy wuzzies during the Boer Wars and stuff.
Oh, okay.
The colonial wars in Africa.
Well, you probably couldn't say that now, either.
No.
And he's always going on about how they don't like being stuck with a bayonet.
Fair enough.
So his way of saying it is they don't like it up them, sir. They don't like it up them.
Fair enough.
Julian, if it's Dad's Army, don't tell him your name, Mikey. Yeah. Dieter, Jim, you dropped your brain like a Jack Sparrow. Yes. Julian says, hiya, Budgie. And Tasha says, hi, Julian. Jim says, your name will also go on the list.
Go on the list.
Yeah. Julian says, depending on what it is, I doubt many do, TBG. There we go. Right. On to the next stage.
Yes.
Ooh,
it's a lovely little engine. So you about to say, Gary, something else is...
No, I'm just possibly getting a little bit ahead of myself. So
well,
just
why change habits?
Just for a second.
Have you been reading ahead like we taught you?
No, I've been trying to ascertain how the bleeding hell. Right, okay. Bear with. If he kicks off again.
Your call is important to us.
Oops.
Yeah.
I'm missing B38, I think.
Okay.
In Canada, B38.
John,
Hello.
stop singing. For the
He
sake of our
wasn't.
listeners. Yeah, he was.
Was he?
He was singing a song about
I
Canada.
couldn't hear him over the bloody dog.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a song that's in my head. It's Rocky
the sake
Mountain
of our-
Suite by John
For the
Denver.
sake of our listeners, please stop. Stop.
Okay. But it's such a beautiful song. Look it up. Rocky Mountain Suite by John Denver on YouTube's or on music of your preference, but it's a wonderful song.
There we go.
B38. Where are you, B38? 27. 32. Ah, down there.
What the deuce?
Right. Talk to me, Goose. So, I have got to attach.
You've made that a little bit too short.
This bit there onto that bit there, but it doesn't actually.
The hip bone is connected to the leg bone.
All right, John hasn't done that bit yet. So that's
sorry, which
good.
bit? Which bit?
The fans, if you like.
Oh, I have.
No, this bit here. No, that bit, yeah. Does that just butt up against? Yes, I see. There's obviously no locating.
No, it just sits on top of as a
Yeah.
shroud.
Yeah, it just.
And then later on, I guess it would be the thermostat, sorry, water inlet hose at the top of the engine block would go under that bit of the radiator
Right.
shroud, I would imagine.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie, professore.
Ah, so that's another sort of series that wouldn't be able to be shown these days.
No,
But,
mind your language.
It's actually not bad.
Oh, hello.
No, mind your language.
Ah.
Before your time, Mikey.
One of the houses are working with old people.
It was about a load of people who come to live in England learning to speak English at night school.
Okay. Sounds riveting.
It was very funny.
It was quite funny, but it was all just, I guess you'd call it racist
Stereotyping.
tropes these days. Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
So you had a Greek guy who had his shirt unopened with a big airy chest and medals. You had an Italian who wanted to make a laugh to everybody. You had a French girl who was, all short skirts and all that sort of thing, and then so on and so forth.
Chinese girl always reading a red book.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
An Indian guy, Pakistani guy. So, yeah, all things that nowadays.
Which is why it's not shown. And, if it was shown, it wouldn't get a viewer audience, really. It wasn't that funny, but, it was funny at the time, I thought, as a kid, because, it's what we were laughing at as schoolboys, if that makes sense.
It was the days of Carry On, wasn't it? So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have completed the engine.
Have you?
I think I have too. I think E57 is going at the bottom of the radiator. I believe that's me done.
So I am going to move on now to. I'm going
Number
to skip
32.
I'm going to skip 31 because I want to paint and weather and.
Oh, Jim. Julian says, Jim, my name is always on the list. It just changes what list it's on. Julian says, 1 viewer Mikey and 19 voices in my head. Jim Deutschendorf, I believe, was John Denver's real first name.
It was, yeah. And his father's in the Guinness Book of Records for a while. The fastest cross-continental flight in a B-58 Hustler.
Really?
Dieter says, shared the model photos on Discord, Gary. B19. Jim says John Wayne was born Marion Morrison.
Yes, funnily enough, I'm married to Marion Morris.
Really?
Well, Marion's
Are
married.
you saying your wife is the same as John Wayne?
No, my wife is my wife. There's only one.
She will castrate you if she hears you say that.
Yeah. Well, what he's saying is no matter how scared you are, just saddle up and strap on again. Whoa, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Yeah. Why do I not believe that, John? Morgan and Nia, if you're watching, we're very sorry, John. Uncle John's being very naughty.
Uncle John's being naughty today.
Yes.
I don't understand that. I think you're obviously just taking things a wrong way.
Yes.
I think Uncle John spent too much time with Mr. Cooper.
Yes. Or Auntie Vino.
Oh, cripes.
Or both.
I'm not quite sure how that engine goes into that. I notice you're just dry fitting it, are you, John?
I'm just dry fitting it. Yeah, it's all to do with the front support. With it goes in, but now that I've got the fan belt in, it's not going in as well as I thought it might. Oh yeah, there we go.
Julian says, correct, Jim. Henry John Duschendorf Jr. There we go. Dieter, as for the membership, we'll see if I can maintain it, but felt it was the right time to do this. Well, I appreciate it, buddy. No matter what you do. I've told you before, I appreciate your friendship as much as anything else. And it's more important to me. TBG says, only 19 voices, Julian.
Thousands of them. Thousands of them.
Julian says, yeah, a few half-term holidays.
What colour is G?
Dieter says, the wishbone is connected to the rib bone. The rib bone is connected to my wristwatch. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that's Simpsons, isn't it? Dr. Nick. So John made a brave little engine. He did. The engine that could. Julian, Jim, it always sounds weird to me when men have a usually female name and vice versa. Yeah. But you can be whatever you want these days.
Let's not go there again. Please.
If you want it, according to Welsh government, if you want to be a moon, you can be a moon. If you want to be a cat, you can be a cat. Dieter says, Uncle Ozzy is just being himself. How Nia likes him, even if she does not always understand his puns yet. Yes, but we don't want to encourage her to grow up any faster than what she needs to, Dieter.
Oh, no, just enjoy childhood before we all pay bills. It's a wonderful time to be alive.
Exactly. TBG says...
Is what it's all about.
Do we tell John that he's fitting the engine in backwards?
Oh, shit.
He's checking as well.
Yeah.
Dieter, well, the million other voices are upsetting Benji now.
Don't mention his name. He's shut up.
Oh, what do I do
So
next?
if he kicks off now, it's Dieter's fault.
Bengi. Joe Leal says, good morning, afternoon from Mississippi. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe. I was
Did you
wondering
notice,
which
Joe?
central time state you were in, Mississippi.
Did you know, Joe, that you've been gifted a membership as well?
Wow.
Well, very kind, Miss Tammy. Yeah.
Tammy, too kind.
Yeah. Dieter says, TBG Model Works, too late. 27, 26. I think they're screwing the fence into the wall because I can hear it in the walls. TBG says, Benji, aka Cujo.
He thinks he is.
Tiff, yeah, Benji's gone quiet now. Willow is shouting her head off.
So, part A13 has to be painted off-white. I take it that's all of it.
Well,
Inside the cab, yeah.
The
inside the cab is indeed off-white, which you have a pen for.
I
was just going to say, I shall break out my off-white pen.
Question is, are you going to prime it first?
Well, so this. Remember, I had taken a photo of one of these -8s at Telford. So
you did.
Yeah, it is all indeed from the firewall from that point forwards. Well, I guess from that point forwards, it's white.
Okay.
The walls. This one's got a black dash, but you could do what you want.
Yeah.
It's your model. Do as you feel.
I shall paint it white, and I will not prime it.
Ooh. He's going to be a rebel.
Rebel without a clue.
Dieter says, no, wrong. Sorry. My mistake.
Sorry.
Duke says, once it's all covered up, it won't matter if it's back to front. It will, because we'll just keep reminding John that it's back to front. Until he takes it all apart and redoes it.
Duke said, hey, it wasn't backwards, and you say, oh no.
Junior says, identifies a numpty, Darth numpty. No lightsaber, just a very sharp spoon. A very sharp wooden spoon. I like that, Darth numpty. You should change that. You should make that part of your Discord name, Julian. Just put Julian, aka Darth numpty. I like that. Ooh, shit. Too much. Got a bit carried away there. Jim says, Julian, Daryl Hannah, or Glenn Close? There we go.
Daryl Hannah.
I have no idea.
Daryl Hannah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Alrighty then. Okay, which way up does this go?
I reckon neither. Because neither of them would say, yeah, all right, I will, with you. So I'll just walk away disappointed and, you know.
John. I said John, not Benji. Maybe it's you he objects to, John.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, I see. I was putting that on the wrong side of that bulkhead.
Hey!
And today in Mess Up Corner.
Did you notice? I just putting that. It's literally backwards. So I'll turn it around that way. Oh, shit. It was the right way around.
We've got him that paranoid. He's getting himself muddled up.
Oh, God, I'm sweating now.
Jim says, Gary, if you're painting with lacquers, then no primer would work for me. The lacquer paints bite into the plastic much better than acrylics.
Yeah, I have had it. I did an RAF Phantom some years ago, and I used Hataka lacquers, which always makes me laugh when I say Hataka. I used Hataka lacquers and I didn't prime it. And would you believe when I masked it to do the other bit of the wraparound camo, it pulled all the paint off.
Oh.
Julian says, I'd left it 24 hours as well.
Julian says, once it's all covered up, it won't matter if it's back to front. It's so lucky we know the context.
I think I'm going to have to go and have a word with Benji today.
Duke says Daryl Hannah. Jim says Daryl Hannah is married to Neil Young, last I heard.
Is that
right? Ian says Daryl Hannah was in Kill Bill. Have you not seen that, Mikey? No, I have not. I saw the adverts for it and I went, yeah, looks meh. Dieter says, oh dear, Uncle Ozzy is now all backwards on himself.
Yeah.
Tiff says, correct, Jim. TBD says she's missing a finger on one hand.
Is she?
Julian, yay, we have today's winner for What's John Stuffed Up, the weekly prize. What's even funnier is he didn't actually stuff it up until he thought he'd stuffed it up.
That's true. And then I stuffed it up.
Yeah. Oh, dear me. Right. B10.
Cool. Oh no, I'm singing again. And I see blue winds.
That one. Do you know what? For the first time in a while, because I'd caught up with all my models and stuff, and I didn't have anything to do for today, I actually was able to have a proper full day off yesterday and actually chill out last night.
Well,
which is unusual for me.
I have a problem tomorrow.
Ooh. Hopefully not an unsurmountable problem. Insurmountable. A non-surmountable.
I no longer have a model kit for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So what happened? Tell me more. So the shelf collapsed and the big ship broke the little ship. Is that correct?
The shelf with all my kits on, which was above me, collapsed, and everything fell down around me, my head, and Marion had to sort of dig me out of under kits and shelves. The shelf damaged my spray booth, but it's only put a crack in it, so that's still serviceable as far as I'm concerned. And the only model to be damaged was my lifeboat, which, as you know, was near completion. And I no longer have flying bridge. The problem being, I can't find the bits. The bits have disappeared into the ether.
You're doing a Marley.
Yeah, so I might tomorrow, while you're working on your lifeboats, be working on my Chinook.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can look at that.
Which is a shame because that lifeboat, it was literally would have
really
been finished.
Enjoyable.
Yeah, it'd been nice for us all to finish it together, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But unfortunately, I can't find the parts.
You can always put the rails on.
The rails are on.
Oh, well, you can always paint them the right colour. Because they're not all black.
Yeah. So.
Jim says, Hataka is one of the weaker lacquers. I've noticed the same thing, Gary. The surface must be primed or sanded before applying Hataka.
Yeah.
Hataka lacquer. I've not used them. They're not really available here.
Hataka are the only ones that make the correct green for the British Land Rovers, British Army Land Rovers.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they're the only model company that makes infrared reflective green.
Yeah, at the time I was looking for a replacement for Tamiya acrylics.
Yeah.
And Hataka lacquers had just come out and everyone was buzzing about them. So I thought I'll give them a go. And this is before I started my love affair with AK Real Colours.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you try and be trendy. Dieter says, Mikey, B10. Bingo. Julian. Daryl Hannah has been married to Neil Young since 2018. Okay. Dieter, you sank my battleship.
So tell me you know who Neil Young is.
He's
Neil
a
Young
singist.
is a singer.
Oh, there you go. That's all right.
He's a singist.
He's
If you're a certain age and you don't know who Daryl Hannah is, I was hoping you'd still know who Neil Young was.
Yeah, I'm just not that into movies. I don't watch a lot of telly and stuff.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Last night was the first time in months where I've actually just sat down and watched telly all night.
Daryl Hannah became famous when she played a mermaid in Splash with Tom Hanks.
That's true.
Oh, that's who it is. I remember that film.
And then she was in Roxanne with
Steve Martin. With Steve Martin, or as we like to call him, John Marley.
Well, I remember Splash because my sister used to watch it all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's a good film. I think my daughters have seen it innumerable times, so there must be something in it. I think I've only seen it once.
Yeah. E11.
60.
Okay, so I just realised.
E60.
Yes.
Tiff said she was in Blade Runner 2. Oh, she was.
She was.
She was one of the androids.
Never watched Blade Runner.
Oh, I think I'd recommend you watch Blade Runner, so you get to watch Blade Runner 2046. Because a lot of people were raving about Dune, the last two Dune movies, and Arrival. So the same director did the new Blade Runner remake, and it's a wonderful thing. It looks amazing, and it's a good script and everything else. Totally enjoyable. Loved it.
I tell you what I did watch the weekend. I watched two very good films at the weekend. They're on Amazon Prime. No, one of them's on Apple. The Gorge.
Okay.
The Gorge is very good.
Is that about a fat guy eating some dinner?
No, it's about two snipers, one from the west and one from the east, who are guarding this gorge. There's something horrible in this gorge, and they're guarding it. And it's a very good, very, very, very easily watchable film. Very, very good. The other film I watched, which is on Amazon Prime, is a film called Elevation.
Okay.
That was surprisingly good, and it's basically post-apocalyptic film.
So, E7, just a question.
Yes.
E11, is that the same as E17?
I'm sorry, which step are we on?
29. Because I can't find E11 for some reason.
E11? E11 is the lid that goes on top of the...
Yeah, I know that, but is it the same as E17?
E17 were a band.
They did a song with Gabrielle.
They did.
Actually, that's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because I've used E17.
Yeah, I've used E17.
Huh.
Oh, no, that is interesting. I've used E11
or have
well.
I? Because I've used E11 as well. So
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
what did we use 11 for?
I'm just
I can't remember what we used.
Stand by, caller.
I can't remember what we used 11 for.
Stand by, caller. I'm checking. E11 is a tiny little.
Oh, that's the steering rod.
Part 14.
The steering arm. Yeah. So this should be labeled E17.
There we go. We found a fault, ICM. If you watch it, you got a fault in your instructions.
E17. Let me correct that.
Yes.
E17.
See, If I hadn't pointed it out, you two wouldn't have noticed. You just carried on. You wouldn't have pointed it out to our
Doesn't
loyal
matter
viewers.
because we've done it.
We've already done it, but
Yeah,
you know,
but our viewers might not have.
nope.
There we go. Our lovely viewers deserve to know. Jimmy says, the original TIFF. Yeah, there's only one TIFF. TBG says, you sunk Jim's U-boat. Morgie's in. He says, hi. Hello, son. You're right. Jimmy says, hi, Barbie.
Hey up, Morgie.
Says, 1982, Julian. Morgie says, just woke up, you lazy bugger.
You on half term, Morgie?
Yeah. Can you tell?
It's a week later up there.
Half term and he's a teenager. Tiff says, hey, Morgie. Morgie says, hi. Julian, TBG, U-boats are supposed to... Dieter, in that case, I better get my Shannon up to speed to support Gary. Jim says, sorry,
tomorrow my Shannon will look like a Chinook.
Wow. Your Shannon's going to identify as a Chinook, is it?
Yes.
Fair enough. Won't hold it against you, mate. Jim says, Jim says, I still use Hitaka lacquer paints. I like the way the paint sprays and dries. I think you just like the way it sounds.
I've still got them. What I was going to say, for our viewership, if you are going to use the AK off-white marker pen, it probably will be a better idea to prime it first.
Yes.
Because it's getting there. It's getting there, but it's taking a little bit longer than I would like.
Yes. Dieter says, hi, Morgan. Just to make you aware, Dieter, you said Auntie Barbie there, but Morgan is actually my stepson. He's using his nan's old account or something.
Well, I did wonder.
Yeah. I wondered too, so I asked him. Jimmy says, what submarines are not supposed... It also helps to protect his identity. So, when he's online, so...
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not complaining about
that.
No. Jimmy says, what submarines are not supposed to have are windows that open, ditto aircraft. Aircraft have windows that open, they're called canopies.
Yeah.
And if they're below 10,000 feet, they can open them.
Yeah. It's not advisable on you if you're going to Costa
it's not
in your holidays.
Yeah, and it's not advisable if you're going supersonic either.
Talking of which, there's some F-35s just gone past. On their way to the Mac Loop, by the sound of it.
Ooh. The Makalaka. So that goes on to there. Okay. Dieter says, you know why Belgium only had submarines once? Because they're a landlocked country?
Belgium's not. Got a coast, isn't it?
Country.
Belgium doesn't. Belgium's not landlocked.
They held an open doors day and down they went. Jim says Neil Young was in the group Buffalo Springfield, also Crosby Stills and Nash and Young. There we go.
Crosby Stills, Takalaka, the squadron leader. Yeah, you could teach monkeys to fly better than that. Oh no, it's when the squadron leader's taking him out for his first trip, and he says,
yeah, he goes taka taka taka.
He says, spring chicken to shy talk in one step, and then they go taka.
Oops. Come on. Trying to get it to stay up.
Right, so
set.
now I've got to wait for that paint to dry.
There we go.
Waiting for paint to dry before I put
right. Catch up on chat again whilst that glue is setting. Julian, isn't it? Yep, we've just read that one. Julian, laugh out loud, Hagrid. Dieter, Mikey 11, me, miss. Jim, Julian, very close, Julian. Watch out for the Hun in the sun.
Yeah.
Julian, of course, John. Now I remember her tiff. Julian, yeah, but when he jumped the newbie, he made a machine gun noise, Jim. He did.
Yes, he did.
Jim, Blade Runner is a very good film on the cerebral side. So it's not your typical Harrison Ford action film. Rutger Hauer was also in it. There we go. See, I'm not a film buff.
Clearly.
The only time I really watch films is either if Kay wants to watch a film or if Morgan wants to watch one. Other than that, I may watch DVDs and stuff now and again, but that's about it. Junior says, no, E11 is a totally different postcode to E17, Mikey. Thank you, Julian. Kevin says, good day, everyone. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin. Jim, Julian, indeed, Julian. That's what I was referring to. And Morgie says, yes. Hello, Morgan. I love you, son. Julian says, Rutger character's destiny is believed to be Hauer.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer.
Oh, not half past the Hauer, then.
No.
Is believed to be the best death scene ever, Jim. Well, that's just bloody morbid, isn't it?
I wouldn't know because I've never seen the film. So.
No, it's a wonderful scene.
Wow. So, upbeat. Dieter says
No,
E17 is the highway. E17 is the highway between Antwerp and Courtrai here, but I'm guessing you mean the part E17. Yes.
Yes.
TVG says a Chinook, technically.
Chinook, technically.
Chinook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to have an underslung load of hobnob biscuits with it, so I could paint it in RNLI colours.
Dieter says, Mikey, you mean step 14? That clearly says E11. It does. Oh, Morgie's in the chat, love.
Is he coming down?
I don't know. Ask him. Morgan, your mum said you're coming down. Just stop over before you go back to school.
I don't know.
Dieter says, then it's Uncle Morgan. Yeah. Or Guten Morgan. Julie says, I was referring to a Muppet US practitioner of parrot fleas, Mikey, who complained about airliners not having windows that open. Wasn't there someone, apparently, there's a meme or something like that, about a woman complaining that the toilets had windows on airplanes?
Yeah, why do toilets have
frosted privacy issues? Yeah, she's concerned about privacy issues. It would be funny though, like if your plane's getting escorted in by a local fighter jet, and you're just there on the toilet, like, hi. Dieter says Belgium is about 22 kilometers of coastline. Her military port being in Zeebrugge. Morgie says, yeah, and then does the John dance. I'm calling that go back to that one, Tiff. Please. If you look at that, John, I'm calling that the John dance because that's what you were doing before you went live.
That's dabbing, isn't it? Isn't that what they call dabbing?
I don't know.
Dabbing?
Dabbing. D-A-B.
Oh, God, I'm not that coordinated.
I'm not down with the kids. I'm getting old.
Or is that flossing?
Oh, big old. Don't put that idea in his head. Please do not put that idea in his head. Because he will start doing it on camera. Next.
Flossing on camera.
Oh, don't. Dieter says, funny enough, we are no longer suited to service our frigates. We need to get to go to Den Helder, all the way up north of the Netherlands. We are still able to service our minesweepers, though. Well, that's good. Tiff says, just found out Gene Hackman's passed. Yeah,
yes.
No.
Very sad. It's quite.
He was found bereft of life alongside his wife, who was also bereft of life.
And their dog.
Yes, which is very suspicious. Very suspicious.
One of the greatest actors of our time.
I can't remember what it was in, but yeah, I agree.
Oh,
We can't remember what he was
just
in.
in everything. Mississippi Burning, the
Never watched that.
French Connection,
French
Never
Connection.
Superman,
Watch that.
He was Lex
A
Luthor.
Bridge Too Far.
I watched that.
He was General Sosifowski.
He was in also a Western movie I saw not long ago. Unforgiven.
Unforgiven, yeah, he was in that.
Possibly.
Enemy of the State.
I watched that when I was a kid. Like I said,
Famous.
I'm not a big TV person.
Yeah, he's famous for the French Connection, though. His character Popeye Doyle was iconic.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is how I gauge if someone was really, a really good actor or famous. I've actually heard of them because I don't remember their names. And so if I remember their names, it means they've really stood out. So yeah. Dieter says, and when you go to step 29, you are right. E11, it says, but has to be E17. Ooh, for shame, ICM. Russing for half an hour was also in Lady Hawk and Split Second, among many others.
Russing for half an hour.
TVG says, and the Hitcher.
Yeah.
Morgan says, yeah, it's the Dab.
The Dab, yeah. See, I'm down with the kids.
He says it's now front of the hour, as the Scottish say. Yeah. Jim says, Julian, indeed, that was quite an emotional scene in the film. Second, highly recommended to those that haven't seen Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I think I watched it once. Kaylee's in. She says, hello, darling.
Hello, Kaylee.
Jim says, rest in peace, Mr. Hackman, a great actor.
Yeah,
it really was. I'm actually a bit upset about that. He was wonderful.
Bonnie and Clyde, yeah. He was,
Conversation, Bonnie and Clyde. I ran out of coffee.
Going back to the model in question, all this inside here, is this all off-white?
Sorry?
So the picture I've taken at the Tank Museum.
I imagine you've had some blood in it and stuff, being an ambulance. Just saying.
Right. You funny guy.
I try my best, eh?
So this one here apparently is a Dash 8. Fact is, I don't know.
How can you tell? The Dash 8 had a canopy over it as well, didn't it?
Yeah, but that would bolt on and bolt off. So
Yeah.
So it looks like, to me, it's white back from the dash, which goes forward there, back to that bulkhead that we put in later on in step near the end.
Okay.
I think all the way up in where would it be? Before the top goes on clearly.
Stage 55, is it?
Yeah. 55.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like it's white all the way back to that bit there.
Right.
But the floor, I think you can do what you like because it looks like it's got a grey transmission cover.
Yeah, because from what I'm seeing so
Checkerboard,
far,
isn't it?
can't see a paint call out or the floor.
Yeah. I'll grab my.
So what I'm thinking
when I did my Tammy one, I based it on what I saw on YouTube. Somebody had done one, but it was a post-war Czech one that they did as a German one. So I'll grab it and let's just compare.
Yeah.
Whilst you do that, I shall continue with the comments. Jim says, conversation Bonnie and Clyde. TBG says, I suspect it was carbon monoxide poisoning, sadly. Yeah, most likely. David says, Bat 21 as a high-ranking US airman using golf course references to aid his extraction based on a true story.
What an extremely good film that was, Bat 21. All right.
Not seen it.
So I had painted mine just to back to where that overhead cuts
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Which would be that would make sense because that's where the same place where this cutout would be.
Okay.
But do what you want. Mind
So
you,
what
like
I
what I saw on YouTube is a white dash, and what I'm seeing here
Yeah.
is a black dash.
Okay,
But
with
it's,
that in mind, what I might do off stream is prime the whole of the inside before I put the engine in.
Yeah.
Job for later.
Dieter says he played the CO of the USS Alabama and Crimson Tide. Oh,
yes.
see, that's the film I know.
He did with Denzel.
The guy who you didn't like, who's the captain of the ship.
I get you now. See, that's a film I know.
Oh, it's a stunning actor.
Ian says Gene was a great actor.
He was.
TVG says cream interior, I suspect.
Okay.
Jim says, just because you're not aware of an actor's career, Mikey, isn't much of a measuring stick for the validity of success of said actor. My apologies if this comes across blunt. I know it's not, but it's the only because I'm not particularly aware of actors and films, it's the only measuring stick I have to gauge how good I thought an actor was.
Yep.
I can only judge by my own experience. I'm not saying everyone else is a bad actor. I'm just saying if they stood out to me, then that means I thought they were a good actor. In my humble opinion. He says The Quick and the Dead with a very young Leonardo DiCaprio and Sharon Stone and Russell Crowe. See, they're three actors that I remember.
See, I can't stand Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're just jealous because he has a 19-year-old girlfriend. And yet he's about your age.
Yeah. That's just off-putting, isn't it?
I saw a very good film with Russell Crowe in the other week where he played a drone pilot.
He's lost a lot of weight, hasn't he? Russell Crowe.
He hadn't in that film.
No, there's he's at an award ceremony the other day and he's lost loads of weight.
He needed to. He ploughed it on.
I met him once. He got in a hurt to go to Solomon Islands to play with his band for the troops that were in Solomon Islands for a short sort of thing. This is back in 2003 or so. It was pretty nice. He wouldn't remember me, but I remember him. I wasn't starstruck or whatever because it was before Gladiator and all that, but before Master and Commander. But I thought, I know him. He's in whatever it was, bloody one where he plays a Neo N-word, Romper Stomper.
Yeah.
Another film I haven't seen.
Dieter says, "Be right back. Nature calls, and I have no windows in the bathroom here." Good. Joe says, "Love this kit. Going to find one and build. Might take me months to complete." If you look in the description, there is a link to my affiliate link to Amazon to the kit. Should be, I think. I put
Joe's in Mississippi. Joe's in Mississippi, though, isn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
I don't know. TBG says, "Unforgiven."
Wonderful. He played a wonderful role in that. I saw that recently, the last 2 weeks or so.
Julian says, "If I recall correctly, Rutting for Half Now was also the sub-captain in K-19 Widowmaker."
I think you might be right.
I thought that was Harrison Ford.
No, Harrison Ford.
Oh, he's in that as well. But yeah.
Oh, is he?
Oh, okay.
No, he plays the captain. Oh no, you're right. Actually,
yeah. No, Mrs.
Okay. I'm running out of things to do unless I paint stuff. But just 20 minutes to go. I don't want to do that.
Well, I'm just starting on.
Who plays the captain in that then?
I'm doing stage 34.
Harrison Ford. 34, which is the air cooler and
I'll
do that. Although that goes onto the back of the dashboard, which I don't want to glue in yet because I want to paint white.
No, I'm just going to put these two parts together.
Yeah,
to one side, so it's ready to go.
I'll do what you're doing because that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Jim says, no, I'm wrong. That was Harrison Ford, deposed in the film by Liam Neeson. Jim says, Gene Hackman, Robert Duvall, and John Nicholson all started their acting careers in the 60s and maintained lead actor roles through the decades. Yeah.
Robert Duvall's again one of my favourite actors, and Dudley Moore. Not Dudley Moore. Jesus, sorry, who played the Graduate?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, amazing actor. Love it.
TVG says 10th anniversary of Leonard Nimoy's passing. Mr. Spot Mikey, I know who Leonard Nimoy is because Star Trek is one of my favourite programs and films. I've got all the films on DVD. Jim says,
B41.
I really like the original ones. Jim says Liam Neeson used to play much better roles than the repetitive action film characters he does now.
I loved his character in 1001 Ways to Die in the Wild West.
Yeah, but don't say that too loud, Mikey, because he will find you.
With his particular set of skills.
Yes.
Julian says, be right back. As a call of nature, I do have a window with frosted glass. Ian says, Hagrid's comment reminded me of an episode of Round the Twist. Now, there's a TV show I remember from being a kid.
God.
Where the boys had an episode to see who could be out the high open window. That does sound like something young boys would do, though, doesn't it?
My son got in trouble at school for seeing who could pee highest up the wall in the toilets.
Yeah. Yeah. Next one.
I think one of the girls won.
Jim says, Jim, I think Neeson's persona non grata over an alleged incident is he? Yeah, it was somebody revealed in an interview, wasn't it?
Oh, don't know anything about that.
I'll tell you.
The first thing I saw him in was a film called In the Name of the Father.
Yeah.
And he's one of the first people you see on the screen in that. He played a brilliant role in that film. And I thought, yeah, this guy's going to go places. And he did.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you about that incident after the show.
Yeah, sure. Can't wait.
Jim says, I've read that one. TVG says Dartman. Yeah. Jim says Martin Landau, Space 1999, was originally offered the role of Mr. Spock.
Space 1999, Barbara Bain.
Ooh.
TBG says, yep, and Jack Lord was offered Captain Kirk.
Jack Lord will always be Steve McGarrett. Or the original Felix Leiter.
Are you sure of some words? I have no idea who you're talking about, but carry on.
Yeah, you see, I'm not the only one.
No, but there's only one William Shatner.
Yeah.
See, I don't rate William Shatner.
Oh, I don't have to be here,
See,
No.
I think for me, my favourite Star Trek captain was probably Picard.
See, again, he used to annoy me. Just because. Okay, so
just because he hasn't got an accent, John.
Tell you what turned me off Star Trek. I get so confused. For many years, there's a scene in Next Generation where it got interesting because two of the characters, I think Worf and Riker, are arguing over Diana Troy, whatever her name is. There's a bit of sexual tension going on and all that sort of stuff. And this guy comes in, they're playing cards, and Picard says, "You are Starfleet officers. You have no emotion. This argument is over." And they all just sat down and kept playing cards. I'm just thinking, well, that's what's wrong with this show. There's no characters in it.
Counselor Troy, Dr. Beverly Crusher.
It only got better after that when they actually started doing, things and writing proper. Like I love the original Star Trek series, science fiction. I think Next Generation got better as it went on, and they learnt their mistakes and applied them to the later series.
This is the thing because Patrick Stewart didn't even think that he was going to last more than a few weeks, did he? On the show.
Because he just thought, well, this is stupid. I'd rather go back to Shakespearean stuff. I'm a proper actor, thespian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jim says Barbara Bain was an early youth turn on for me.
Yeah, she was stunning.
Oh yeah. So she's in 1999 as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Morgan, close
Oh,
your
yeah.
eyes.
She wasn't for me, but well, hell, I'm at a certain age where the Golden Girls are looking good to me now.
They're redoing that, aren't they?
Oh God, I hope not.
Yeah, they are. They're remaking the Golden Girls.
Oh, God, let things die.
And one of them is going to be played by the one that was in Friends.
No way. Courtney
Jennifer
Cox?
Aniston.
No, not Courtney Cox, not Jennifer Aniston. Lisa Kudrow.
Really?
Yeah, Lisa Kudrow is one of them.
Oh wow. There you go.
We had three to choose from, and we got it wrong twice. Jim says Patrick Stewart has such a powerful voice. Yeah,
True.
he was perfect for that role.
Yeah.
Jim says I'm a doctor, not an engineer. Yes, I do like the new Star Trek films as well. They're cool.
Ones with Chris Pine.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen those ones. No,
Z-
the new series.
Zendaya,
I've
is
seen series 1 of Discovery, I think it's called. I've seen
I tell
season
you-
1 of that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was some of the best television I've ever seen in any series. I thought it was wonderful, but I haven't
is it
gone back and revisited.
Discovery that had Michelle Yeoh in.
Yes.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Bloody hell. Like a bloody load of depraved teenagers, you two.
No, as an actress, she does all her own stunts still.
No, it is. Like, yeah, as I say, like of the series, I think my favourite would be DS9, just because I think I learned that they can drag things out over, say, 7 series instead of just making it each standalone episodes, because they can be good, but most of the time you watch it, you think, well, that's a waste of an hour. But DS9, they started doing, and went on to Voyager, started doing sort of long story arcs, like Babylon
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
And I think it got better and better and better.
Never liked Babylon.
As did all television since then.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, except the reality stuff. I'm talking about the series like Reacher, you know.
Oh yes, I'm two episodes into the new season of Reacher.
So yeah, I'm on the just started the 4th series out of the 6 of Farscape. So I love Farscape.
Tried to watch Farscape and we couldn't get through the first episode.
It gets better. Yeah, I love it. For Australians, they're not bad.
I just never understood why
E60.
what was that series we were talking about it the other day? That Nathan Fillion was in. They only ever did 1 season of it. And it's got cult status.
Was it
Firefly?
Firefly?
Firefly, that was it, yes. That was brilliant.
I enjoyed it. I
David
warmed to it at the end. Yeah.
David said, first time I saw Star Trek with The Next Generation was in a hotel in Bahrain during Gulf War One.
All right.
Yeah. Joe says, Gene Hackman, wife and dog, probably an accident, cold in Colorado. He was a great actor. Not too keen on these new actors and entertainers. I have no idea who Taylor Swift was until recently.
Who?
Don't do that. You'll upset Gary. You'll make him cry.
I haven't heard of her.
Gary is definitely a Swiftie,
Hmm.
as the kids say.
Do not diss the goddess that is Miss Swift. Yes, David, I was RAF. No tents, hotels only. Thank you very much.
And I was RAAF. No tents, only hotels. Thank you very much.
4 months in southern Italy in a hotel. Very nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, some of us actually went to war.
Yeah, but you were wishing that you were in a hotel, so stop it.
Actually, no, I wasn't. I really wasn't.
We used to wave our aircrew off to war.
Yes.
Who's stupid now?
Stupid now. So what colour is Q? Oh, Q. I didn't mind that character. I'm
He
getting
was
back
sort
to
of pink with white hair.
yeah. German
Unless
field
you
grey.
talk about Star Trek, and then he was sort of pink with dark hair.
I wonder what's cooking.
Depending on what uniform he was wearing.
I think Marion's having toast for lunch.
Oh, it might be Benji on the boil. You never know.
Yeah, it could be Benji being roasted.
Ian says, I'll appeal to the lower of the demographics with Ana de Armas in Blade Runner 2064.
I don't think I've seen anything with Ana de Armas in. I know who she is. Wasn't she in the last Bond film? A film I will never watch.
Oh, I don't know. But
I don't know. I
Blade
quite
Runner
like
2064.
No.
As I said, it's a wonderful thing. Like it's like its use of color. It's one of those films where it's I guess David Lean and Dr. Zhivago and all that sort of stuff. How things had a certain color and style and a wash and stuff. I reckon Blade Runner 2064 is like that. It's a beautiful film.
I think we can put the bulkhead in without putting the engine in.
Hey?
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see.
We could probably fit the bulkhead in without putting the...
Yeah, I think you're right. But I'm going to put my engine in first because no, I think it sits too close to the gear, to the bell housing. I think you'd have trouble.
No, there you go.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, just put it in.
Dear sir.
There you go, see?
I'll tell you what, they look bloody good, don't they?
Yeah.
And of course, the radiator goes to the front.
Yes.
Looking bloody fantastic.
All
right, I'm going to call it quits there. The other bits and bobs, what I will do off camera, I'll spray my instrument panel and that part of the tub, the driver's compartment, off white. What I'll use is what I've used lately on things, which is a white grey, so it's not so obvious. But I'll do that off camera, and then next week continue with, say, the decals and everything else on the dash before I glue that in and do the rest. Also, I'll paint the engine. It's mainly all black, with a couple of what's the breather cap is C. What color is C? It's deep red apparently. So that'll be mainly black and then plonked into there with a white dash. Instrument panel, whatever you want to call it. Bulkhead, firewall. Let's go with that.
Did yours sit on the lugs properly?
The lugs?
The engine mounts at the back, next to the bell housing.
I hadn't paid attention to that because the main bit for me is trying to get the forward mounting bracket in, which is the cross bit.
Cross beam.
Cross beam. Yeah, it does. It does. Because when it pushes down, it doesn't. There's no give in it. It just sits beautifully.
There you go. It's in. There we go. It's all good. It's all super.
It really is. It's a beautiful kit.
Of course, it's ICM. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That'll look cool.
So as I say, off camera, I'll paint the engine compartment. It'll be. I reckon I'm going to go for a German grey.
You're going to go for the grey one,
So do you think it would be German grey in the engine compartment, or do you think it'll just be a primer?
Probably a primer or white, maybe.
So yeah, so that's
because it makes the white makes it easier to identify oil leaks and stuff, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. All right, good suggestion. I will do that. Engine, white engine compartment, black engine primarily, white back to this point there. The rest of it, there's bits and bobs and stretches and everything else will go on. So what I will do is I'll do a German grey from this point back, just so it gives me something to continue with next week.
Yeah.
But what a beautiful kit! It really is.
Come on. Oh,
And I'll change camera because that's the end of our stream.
Mm.
Yes, I'm not sure about the engine. I'm going to have to work on that. I think. Doesn't seem to,
Let's have a look. Right.
doesn't seem
We
to
can just natter for the last 5 minutes.
right.
We've got comments anyway.
Something's not right there.
So, I'm all out of focus. There we go. Right. Jim says, Joe, I'm with you, Joe.
Yeah, I see how that goes.
Ian says, Knives Out was good.
Yeah, it was good.
TBG, oh wow, Anna de Amos, or Amos. Oh, thingamabob. Lovely lady. Dorkasaurus says, I've got my coffee, who's got my donuts? Haha, good morning. Hello,
Hello,
Dorkasaurus.
Dorkasaurus.
Dieter, back in time to thank all for the sweet 2 hours of chat, laugh and banter. Nice progress on the KPWs. Stay safe and see you on Discord. All right, buddy.
Cheers.
Hello, Hagrid.
TBG says, German grey for the engine compartment, John.
Shall do. Good tip. Thank you.
TBG says, oil leaks. That's a rumour, Mikey. Fine German engineering. As a former army vehicle mechanic, I can tell you everything bloody leaks.
Yeah, but that was British engineering. Like, yeah, we've seen Lucas and what they do with electrical.
Excuse me. The British Army drive MAN vehicles, which are German.
Ah.
All right.
I can tell you, even when they were brand new, they still leaked a little bit.
Ah. Well, I guess if it's like a... Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like a Herc, you only worry when the engine stops leaking.
Yep. You know it's empty of oil.
Yeah. You know it's leaking when the propellers jam up.
No, actually, they're all good. Rolls-Royce engines.
Yeah.
Well,
See, fine British engineering. Ian says...
No, he doesn't.
He does. He says, gonna have to rewind as I lost over half an hour to the vets. No internet when I got there. Grrr!
I like that pet reference he did at the end there. That's clever. Yeah. See? Kidneys. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So, are you enjoying the build, you two?
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's a great choice. Good on you, Gary.
I was, thank you. I was hoping to have achieved maybe a little bit more today.
Well, I think we've all finished at pretty much the same stage, haven't we?
Yeah, so
I'm
up
literally... Go on.
So step 31 has dropped the engine in. Step 33 has dropped the firewall in.
Yes.
I've started making up bits and bobs to, little, things like magazine. Oh no, they're air filters. I think gas masks and stuff in step 37.
Step 37.
So there's all these little bits and bobs like rifles on the
step
side.
37, yeah, they're respirator canisters.
Yeah.
So there's all those little things that stick around the compartment, and certain parts of them need to be like part of the sidewall and everything else. But I'm at the point where we're starting to detail it.
Yes.
So there's bits that I want to paint separately. I want to get most of the chassis done in the colours it needs to be before I continue on with that. But I think we are at the same points.
Yeah.
We're all pretty much on stage 33, aren't we?
Yeah. I am engine assembled.
Yes.
It's not sitting in situ very well, so I'm going to have to look at that.
What I found, Gary, is the front crossbeam that's attached to the engine.
Yeah.
Once you pop that in, it sits properly then.
Yeah, but it won't pop in if the flywheel is pointing back a little bit too far. It needs to sit forward of the undershield.
Right.
Yeah. The Unterschild.
Untershield, yeah.
Yeah. TBG says, see, they're marking their land. There we go.
Yeah. I've got an issue there. I've definitely got an issue there. I'm going to have to look at
you've got issues.
Yeah.
Jim says, be seeing you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow.
Jim. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow, we're doing the last episode of the Lifeboat.
Go
Well,
on.
you are.
Yeah. Last episode of the Lifeboat tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Mr. Evans should be joining us, I think, as far as I know.
From the North
Yeah.
Wing.
Then next week, we start a whole new build on a Friday.
Yeah.
Mm.
New build Friday.
New build Friday. Yes. Which means there will be new stickers available on the store. Because I've already put them up there. They're just hidden until we actually start the build.
What a wonderful time to be alive. Sorry, Gene. I will miss you.
TBG says, bye, Jim. Ian says, Marley mistakes. Yes. John, what mistakes have you made today before we go?
None that weren't corrected. So none that I can sort of claim. There's certain thing. I literally tried to drop the engine in backwards at one point, but then definitely turn it around without drawing attention to myself, because that's what I have to be good at nowadays. No, I got away with it okay.
Excellent. TBG says, bulkhead and engine backwards. Yes.
Yeah.
Julian says, back. Ian says, lol. TBG says, high front. Paul says, phew, I made it for the last 20 seconds.
Hey.
Yes, Paul, he did mess up again. In fact, he messed up at one point, or he's so paranoid about it now that he thought he'd messed up, and by trying to correct the mess up, he actually messed up. It was fine. It was when he tried to correct it that he made it wrong.
True story.
Julie says, going back to actors, I don't call it acting if you never change your voice. That's just reading from a script, which anyone can do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. I've got a problem with this engine. I'm going to have to look at that. I'm going to have to look at that.
TVG says, Gary's available if the peasants haven't revolted. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So like I said, be back tomorrow, 11 o'clock for the Lifeboat.
Yeah.
And Paul's just said he's got to rewatch this. Right.
Yeah,
So
it's worth it. Yeah.
We shall see you all tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Bye.
Yeah. Be there or be somewhere else.